Hi, my name is Crystal. This is my first YouTube video. So sorry if I'm a little awkward. It's a little weird for me still, just sitting in front of a camera talking to myself and no one's in the room. Hopefully you like it. My skin right now looks a little bit glowing only because of the lights. I've already moisturized. I have nothing else on my face but moisturizer. So yeah, I mean today I'm going to be using mostly all Becca products, and I'm also going to be using the new Morphe 350M all matte palette and 350S all shimmer palette. So I'm going to start off with my brows. So for my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the color or in the shade Ebony, and over top that I will be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Once I brush them out, I hold the tip like this and start going with it in small flicks. Okay, so I just finished filling in my brows. I look a little crazy with these brows and no makeup on. I am going to be using tape, just regular tape, and I'm going to be using this at the edges of my eyes, on the corners, just so I can make an angled look where my eyeshadow will stop and have a clean space after I take it off, as well as where I'm going to be lining up my wing liner at. So I just like to take off a piece and put it on the back of my hand just so it's not too sticky and harsh under your eye, and literally just angle it how you like it under your lower lash line. How you can make sure it's even and starting at the angle at the outer corner of your eye and going up with the end of the tail of your eyebrow that way, so that you know that they're the same. And just look straight into a mirror. I'm going to be using Too Faced Shadow Insurance Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer. It looks like this. And I'm just going to be taking a little bit and putting it on each side of my eyes, just all over my lids. I'm going to go in with first is the Makeupgeek Peach Smoothie as a transition color in my crease brush by Sephora. It looks like this. Using this as a transition color in my crease. So when I get here in this area, I like to use sweeping motions, and then when I get towards the outer end, I like to use circular buffing motions. I'm going to be taking a Morphe M433 brush, and it looks like this. And I'm going to be using this in the crease for that color. And the color I'm going to be using, this palette is upside down. This is the bottom of the palette. And this is the color I'm going to be using. So right on the corner where these oranges are, it's actually this color right there. Circular buffing motions here, and then back and forth sweeping here. Okay, so that's what we have so far. I'm going to go back with that crease brush from Sephora just to blend it all out with whatever product was left on it. I didn't add any more peach smoothie, just leaving whatever is already on there. I'm taking a Mikasa brush called E230. So it looks like this. It is flat on each side. This one here. Patting it on. So again, just patting this on, just like that. The matte color of this one on the opposite side of the brush, and put it towards the outer corner all the way to the tape. One is gonna go again towards the bottom portion of your lid and connect it to the tape. You want to just go ahead and take back that crease color and make sure that one is the main color showing on the crease. And sweeping motions here and buffing circular motion. Morphe E22, just to blend that out a little bit, not too much because I don't want this product on the bottom to move. And the reason I like this one because I can just keep it right in the crease because it's kind of taper and pointed on the top. So just like this, very lightly. Using that same brush that I used for that shimmer color, the Mikasa E230 brush. Back on your shimmer color and then go ahead and spray Fix Plus on it. And we're just gonna pat it on. Go ahead and do my wing liner using the Kat Von D Trooper liner. It's a liquid liner with like a felt tip. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner. Follow the end the edge of the tape and you can get the perfect application, and then just bring it back down like a triangle. I'll go ahead and do one zoomed in so you can see what I mean. So you'll start at the outer corner of your eye and you can follow this tape just like that. Okay, so once you follow it on this portion here, the top portion, you're gonna bring it down like a triangle. So just like that. And then you go ahead and fill in the line on your eye and then fill in that triangle. I'm gonna be using the Better Than Sex Too Faced Waterproof Mascara. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. I'm going to be using this Sephora primer. It's called Sephora Beauty Amplifier Afterglow Primer and Luminizer. Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer, and I'll apply that just on my nose area and also right here on the sides of my nose, on the tops of my cheeks. I'll be using the Lily Lashes by Lily Galici in the Sayo Miami. The eyelash glue that I'll be using is by Duo. Put a thin layer on your lash band. Let it dry before you put it on so it can get tacky. Such a big difference with lashes on already. Let me go back to that primer. I was showing you guys a Sephora one. I'm going to apply this all over my face. I already have moisturizer and all that on, so once that's on, I'm going to use a Dr. Brandt Pore No More on my nose area where I showed you, and right here. I'm sorry if you can hear. I hope you can hear me. I don't have a microphone. I'm using my camera I use to take pictures for Instagram. And if I can get the hang of this, I will definitely be buying a better camera and a microphone, as well as lighting. This is just my vanity mirror lighting and the natural lighting for my window, which is right here. And I'm sorry if you can hear background noise. My window is closed, but there's like a main street outside of my apartment building and cars are passing by constantly, and I feel like it's really loud. I can hear when they're passing by. Okay, so once your primer is on, I have under eye circles, so if I go closer you can see them, like they're a little bit dark, so I'm going to be using orange to counteract that one. I have a line across my nose right here. I'm not sure where I got it, if I got it from gaining weight or what, but it's like a natural crease, so it's like a dark line. I put some there too, and I also have these dark marks on my lips, so I put it there, and then I'll put green anywhere that I have like a pimple or a blemish that's red. So right here, have a little bit right here, so I'll put that there. I'm going to use LA Girl. This is the orange concealer. The foundation that I'm using, since I said I was using mostly all Becca products, is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. The Morphe E6 brush, a flat top brush, and the Morphe M439. This one's really good too. So you can use a brush. It's just today I just felt like using a beauty blender. Now I'm going to be applying the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. The packaging looks like this, and when you open it, it's like this inside. So I'm just going to use this brush. It's by Becca Cosmetics, the 102 brush. It has a flat end. kind of like a concealer brush, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply that underneath my eye on top of the orange that I already have to brighten up my eye. Just like that on each side. So once that's all blended out, I'm going to go ahead and use concealer now. This thing again is by Becca, and this one is in the shade Banana. The packaging is like this. Very pretty, and it looks like that. And again, I'm gonna use a beauty blender to blend this all out. Once that is all blended out, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And I'm going to take my beauty blender into there and dip it and just set it all around. Is the Morphe E3 brush. It's like this, really fluffy and tapered to a point at the top. And I just use it to sweep it off. So just like this. What I want to use is the Becca Beach Tint Shimmer Soufflé in the color Watermelon, and this one has Moonstone in it. They're really pretty. These came out a while ago. That's what the inside looks like. So what I like to do is get my finger and then just pat it. And this is cream, so I still like to put powder on top. So just like that. And it just gives it a little flush of color. Adding that shimmer, that sheen like that Becca has, since it's Moonstone. I'm going to set the rest of my face a little bit with powder. I'm currently loving is from MAC, and it's called Mineralized Skin Finish. This is the Morphe G7, their Gunmetal collection. And I just kind of just get it in there and just pat it everywhere that I didn't bake. So avoiding the under eye and where I just applied that beach tint, Anastasia contour kit. And I'm going to be mixing from the original palette, this one, these two colors I'll be mixing to contour. The M523 Morphe brush, it looks just like this. So I just pat it into the two colors, mixing it. And then when I go, I don't really sweep it, I kind of just pat it. So I'm going to be doing it on my cheekbone. I'm going to put a little on here. Again, I like to just pat it on, and then I go back and blend it. Favorite brush to blend out my contour, it's perfect size, is the Morphe E34 brush. This is literally the perfect brush, and just like this in circular motions I blend it out. I'm gonna put blush over top that beach tint that I put on, and the blush I'm going to be using for that is called Tigerlilly by Becca Cosmetics. This is one of their new blushes. It's called a luminous blush. It's so pretty. It gives such a good sheen on your cheeks. And this one is like a burnt orange color. Look how pretty that is. The brush I like to use for this is the Morphe E4 brush, an angled blush brush. So I kind of just pat it on because these are super pigmented. You don't need too much. Shake it off, and then when I smile, I pat it on. Okay, and then I do blend it out. I'm going to use the Morphe E34 again. Just circle motions to blend it. Another Becca product. I'm going to be using the Shimmering Skin Perfector poured in Moonstone. So this is the same thing as their highlighters. It's just cream base. It's poured. So I like to put this before I put the powdered one, just because it makes it literally pop. So I just like go on my finger and then I pat it on. I'm going to add the highlight on top of that. And the highlight that I chose, of course, Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Press. So these are the powdered ones. And this one is by Jaclyn HIll Champagne Pop. The Morphe M501 brush. It looks like this. It's thin. And I literally just go back and forth, tap it a little bit, and then pat it on where I applied that poured highlight. I'm going to use that same brush and just apply it. And this is why I put the gel, Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, afterwards, because if I get any powder on my brow, I can make that go away. So just like that. You can already see the difference. Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. It looks so pretty, this packaging. And the one that I have is in Sunkissed. It looks like this. Morphe M527 brush. So I just go into my bronzer and literally bronze myself up. You can always go back with the Morphe E34 brush to blend everything together. And then I don't really like contour my nose too much. I just started doing it just because I feel like I got a little bit better at it, but I still do it very lightly, as if doing nothing at all. What I like to use for that is the Benefit Hoola bronzer. So the way that I do it, I have these two brushes that I like to use. These ones I actually got in an Ipsy bag at separate times. One is from Crown Brush. It's the C412 Deluxe Pointed Crease. This is the one I like to use to shape out the bronze color to contour my nose. And then the other one is called Smudge Tache by, I don't even know how to say it, Gachis. I do not want to say this wrong, and I'm sorry that I'm saying this wrong. And it says Paris under it. This also came in an Ipsy brush separate time, and this one I like to blend out what I use with this brush. So on the first brush, I literally dip it in very lightly, and I literally just go like this, very lightly, 2 lines down the sides, on the tip, attached basically to my eyebrow. And then you can see the lines right now. Then I go back with this clean brush and I just blend it out just to have it lightly contoured. I know I have a big nose, I just don't really care. It doesn't bother me. I know a lot of people like to have small noses. I really don't care. I just literally started learning how to nose contour a few months ago. And I can see the difference in my pictures, but I don't care that I have a big nose. Like, it really doesn't bother me. I don't think I'll ever get plastic surgery on my nose, even if someone offered to do it for free. Like, I like it. And I mean, I don't want to look different. I'm not against plastic surgery at all, by all means, but I wouldn't get a nose job. I don't even think I would extreme contour unless someone did my makeup for me. I'm not unhappy with it. So yeah, I just did a light nose contouring. Next, I'm going to use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I actually have the mini size that comes in like this travel pack with the Brow Wiz and tweezers. And it's clear, so you can use it on any hair color. And I just go over it since my highlight is now applied under my brow bone. It'll take off any of that product. So literally, I go up here and then this way, sideways. And I feel like it literally just glues them in place. I push up here on these hairs to make them more hair-like, I guess you can say, and then go upwards and sideways when I'm going throughout the rest of my brow. I'll be using the Morphe M432 brush. It is just a flat definer brush, just like that, super flat, to pack on the darker color at the end. And this Morphe E36 brush, super thin, like pencil brush. And that will be going here for a lighter color. Top of the Morphe 350M brush, right in the middle color there. That's the one I'm going to be using on the inner corner here, like going towards here, halfway through. And just sweeping that underneath. Right here. one, you're just gonna press it in just like that. Oh, and the brush that I'm using is by Morphe as well, from their gunmetal collection, called the G18, sorry, and it looks like this, with the Rimmel London Scandaleyes waterproof kohl in the color 005 Nude. It looks just like this, and I'm gonna put that in my waterline. I'm actually gonna be using Becca Cosmetics matte liquid lipstick. It comes with a lip liner. And this one is in the shade Dolce K. It's actually a really pretty brownish nude. The setting spray I'm going to finish off with is the Morphe Badescu Rose Water finishing spray. That's the finished look, guys. I hope you like it. You didn't find this video too awkward. This is my first YouTube video, so I need to get used to it. Hopefully I can edit this video and you guys like it and you want to see more. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It is crystal.partida and my Snapchat is crystal-partida. Thank you.